Good morning, and welcome to the Deal Room Live, the daily real estate deal tank powered by Titan Impact Group, a global leader in AI-driven real estate investing and funding, where the real estate world meets speed, precision, and profit. And bring us your deal so we can put it into our AI model that analyzes and structures real estate deals in minutes, generates all the docs you need to get the deal done, and gives you a verified, unbiased breakdown of due diligence reports. The investors get the advantage of getting fully vetted AI-analyzed deals that cut their due diligence time down by 60%. So you're in the right place. Let's open the deal room now and get into today's opportunity. Again, well, we're looking to, as we exit the property ourselves, we're looking to get that equity over to the owner operator. That's the goal. You know? So,
equity share, so
yep.
leaving control with you, can be a silent partner. If when you need us, we'll help you with the growth aspect.
Right. And again, getting through acquisition for us right now would be very helpful because again, I think I mentioned to you, we've got an equity fund that's very interested in being part of what we're doing because it has good return opportunities. It's in the opportunity zone, I believe, for an opportunity zone business. So, we might be able to get some equity investment from that angle. So we're still looking into it, but right now, getting through acquisition. I know the guy's looking at a couple of different offers since I've piqued his interest about it. He's looking at what his options are and availability is to doing this. So he's now talked to a couple other people who are giving him the eyebrow, and so we want to make sure that we don't lose this to another smart crew like us. So.
Correct.
All right, that'll work. I've got a business broker working with me on this, who's going to put together the LOI. I want to send our LOI and our commitment letter or LOI from the lender investor over at the same time, so that way the guy feels comfortable and confident working forward with giving us the documents that we need for, like, I want to see where the cash receipts are on stuff. I want to see the titles on everything. I want to make sure that we have no liens anywhere. Because sometimes a cash receipt is usually like on a piece of paper or on a dirty napkin from Dunkin' Donuts in this industry, so in that regard, we want to make sure that we're able to validate these things, of course. But I mean, I've been down there for 3 years. I know what it's capable of. And so we're really confident that we're going to be able to, 5x or 6x this thing over the next 5 years. We'll just compound 1x every year. So.
On a service industry, doesn't justify 6 times EBITDA.
No, it's more like 4. I understand from an industry standpoint, it's like 3.5 or 4.
Right.
And I can explain that to the guy, but he doesn't care as long as I'm putting him in as a consultant for the rest of it. You know what I mean?
Good. Earning makes sense, if he's going to stay on.
Correct. And again, he's more so going to be there to just make sure that nothing falls through the cracks, basically. Roman Rubio is going to take over as the lead operations manager and kind of just make it his own thing, making sure that we're going to be able to double production. We want to double production in the first month. So yeah, we're already working on it. We're working on an operations plan right now as we speak. So okay.
Once I have that.
I'll get the summary together and get it over to Ning Young ASAP, along with the assets list. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. All right, guys. All right. Thank you, Ning Young. All right. Bye-bye. All right, buddy. Bye-bye. All right. Good morning, everyone. That right there was doing a $10 million deal. Glad you all got to listen to that shit. I don't know if you heard it or not. Let's see. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. I don't know if my speakers are working on this machine or not, but give me a thumbs up in the chat if you heard that. If you heard that conversation right there. I gotta get my stuff together because I have a package to go pick up at the airport at 9:37. The CEO of Titan Impact Group is going to be landing at the Phoenix International Airport, coming in on Delta Airlines. I got to go snatch her up and get her back here to the Scottsdale headquarters. But anybody in the chat, did you guys hear that conversation? I'm thinking it was recorded, but I don't know. It says it's recording, so we'll see. I'm gonna join the chat from my phone because I'm gonna talk while I drive. Sergio Gonzalez, are you in here? What are you doing?
I'm getting ready to go to the office as well. I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, I don't hear shit. Okay.
Can you hear me?
I don't know why I don't hear anything. I know my volume's working because I'm working on videos. Yeah, I don't hear nothing. I know you can hear me. I'm gonna get join the meeting from my phone because I'm about to walk out the door. But did you guys hear that phone call I was on while when I started the meeting?
Tommy, I don't know if you can hear me. This is Cory.
Cory looks like he's talking to, not me. Sergio
Yeah,
didn't hear it.
I'm talking.
Maybe Cory heard it.
It was like part
You
of
guys
it.
can go back and probably watch it on the video. But it was a phone call. We've got an investor who wants to go in with us on a business that we're buying. It's a $10 million business. Looks like we're going to get about 70% from this investor. But it's going to be based in it's going to be probably like half debt, half equity. And then we're going to get we're going to get the owner to owner finance, probably about $4 million of it, $3 to $4 million of it. I'll probably end up going 4 million with them. So, and then we've got people down in Yuma to come up and run it. They already run a business down there in Mexico. And so this will give E2 visa status to somebody. One of our investors will be able to get E2 visa status by investing 300,000 or more and employing 3 or more employees. We can go do an EB2 if we can get it to 10 and $1 million invested in 10 employees. That could be an EB2 and EB2 visa investor from Mexico. So we're waiting to find out what Roman's putting together. So they'll come up, they'll invest in the company. They can invest $1 million worth of equipment or $1 million in cash and get an EB2 visa or E2 visa and come up here and bust their ass making something. Oh, I ain't gonna say it. I got an NDA out right now. I can't say nothing. But if you know me, you probably know me. So, all right, I'm gonna jump over to my phone and get headed to the airport, trying to get this logged in. Before I go, Sergio, do you wanna play with Deal Hunter on the screen? Now, if you want to play with Deal Hunter on the screen, share your screen. I can let you demo Deal Hunter today, and I'll walk you through it.
The only problem is that if
Yeah,
I
I
want to
can't
know,
hear you, bro. Damn it, I forgot. My calendar looks ridiculous.
Can everybody else hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Sergio.
I wonder why he can't hear shit.
I don't know. It's weird.
Recording in progress.
Let's hear he jumps from the other call. How you been,
There
Cory?
we
You been
go.
all right?
Yeah, doing good, man.
You getting some deals done?
We're working on a few things right now. I got a couple JV deals I'm working on with a couple people. Actually, as we speak, um, I'm sending out text messages on Text Blast right now.
That's
So
what's
that's
up.
all.
How you getting your leads?
He goes
Um,
fishing. He goes fishing like a shark.
I uh, I get them a few different ways. So I'm trying to hack the system with Chat GPT and filtering out land using the Arizona assessors maps and things like that. Yesterday, I was able to get Chat GPT to filter out, I think it was 36. I came up with 36,000 parcels in Yavapai County. I was able to filter those down to about 6,000 parcels zoned for manufactured homes under 2 acres. So we pulled that list, and then I used my software to pull another list. And we got about, I don't know, 10,000 or so good leads going out the rest of the week through SMS, text blast. So hopefully we'll get some hits on that.
Oh, that's cool. So what you mean by SMS? What do you mean, like through just text messages, or is that what you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That
So,
makes
hey
sense.
guys, sorry I'm jumping into this conversation late. Cory, I still want to book with you on how we can work on Go High Level, and you can maybe teach me some tricks.
Yeah.
We'd love to, find out what more we can do in that realm. Um, and Sergio definitely, definitely get Sergio. I want to get you into that C-suite network. How much are you paying for Go High Level, Cory?
So I get it. I get the Go High Level CRM for free with my wholesaling software. I got in when it was cheap. I use X Leads. It's kind of like Deal Machine, but
Got
it
it.
has Go High Level integrated. And then they just integrated the wholesale software into Go High Level, so it's all in one now. Um, I paid I think $600 for a year,
Okay.
which is their basic plan, but that the basic Pro and X plans are just the wholesale software as far as like what kind of leads you can pull on there and stuff, and they have like a dispo thing. I really don't need it, so I just get the basic plan and go with that because I could pull leads from other places for free, you know.
Right. I
And then
got you. I
I
got you.
get 25,000 skip traces that I can download for free a month, and then unlimited like one at a time skip traces. So I can skip trace anything unlimited.
I need to get with you on that list then that I got out here for the Scottsdale scrapes.
Yeah,
Um, I want to hit these people up and get them going. I've got a FISBO out here. The woman claims that she's got five offers for 1.6 on a piece of property. It's a nice corner lot. But I don't know about her claim of five offers. I'm half tempted to raise the price and see if she'll take that one. Um, to just get her off of it because the land out here is getting more and more expensive.
yeah,
So, um, but I've got a direct number to her. But again, getting these numbers is where it's priceless to make these phone calls and do the door knocking. So I would definitely like to get with you on doing that.
Yeah, get with me. It's nothing crazy. I can pull. I'll skip trace the list for you, and then I can
I think
send it
it's
to
like
you. And it's I can send
400
it to you
names
in a
on it.
CVS file.
Yeah, I think there's like 400 names on it. 470 names, I think, total.
Yeah, that ain't much. I'll do
Yeah.
that for you, and then I
All
can
right.
just send it to you in a CSV file or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I'll get that list for you when I get back. I'll make sure to get it to you, and then we have to get together and try to talk about these houses, and because we've got land in a couple different spots. I've got land down in Bisbee. I got land out in Tonopah. I got land in up north and down south, out east, back west, whatever. Man, it's all over the place. So,
Yeah, for sure.
um, and then I want to let everyone know I paid for my course. I'm about to start my program on getting my certification for my Series 65 license.
Oh, nice.
So, going to be working on becoming a fiduciary registered investment advisor and just focus specifically on real estate investing. So,
I
a
was
lot of these,
actually thinking about doing something like that too. I was looking at the Series 7. It's kind of all in one, but I didn't really think I needed something like that. But I think it was the Series 66. Is that what you're getting? Or the
I'm getting
65?
the I'm getting the 65 because I don't want to work in a brokerage. I want to work independent,
Yeah.
and through Titan Impact Group, we're going to be independent advisors under one company. Titan Impact Group is going to be the parent company of us, but
Okay.
myself, we got another guy that's we're looking at prospect wise to do this with. We've got like 3 people that are already RIAs at
Hmm.
other places, and we are looking at bringing them on to uh, be registered investment advisors for real estate, teaching them how we do real estate, how we do advisorship.
You kind of cut out.
Cory, are you strictly focusing on residential right now, or just land itself?
Um,
Well, go ahead.
we're we kind of pivoted out of the residential single family stuff, and we're just kind of mainly just focusing on land right now.
Nice. Like it.
Yeah, the single family residential is just like, man, like everybody we talk to has been hit up by freaking 40, 50 other people. They just don't want. It's just a
A lot of
pain in the
competition.
butt. There's a lot
A
of
lot.
competition, and the land, it don't seem that bad right now. So we're just gonna stick with the land for now and try to focus on our goals in the future. You know.
Are you when like how do you set up like what is your goal like? And I ask you this because I'm in the same boat. Like I want to. The only reason why I'm staying on residential right now is because it's a smaller number for me right now, and because I'm also being investor onto some of these deals. I want to make sure that when I do these deals, I want to like keep one or two solid ones, 2 or 3 solid ones, and just create that cash flow for the next year coming up.
Yeah.
So I could position myself for land. I'm going to transition into land eventually. But if I could help connect a land deal, of course I'll do it all day. I just haven't focused on it. So how do you go to your day to day to focus on the land deal? Do you specifically look for buyers that are only doing that, or like how do you go about your day with that, or do you use your CRM to kind of lead you that way with the deals that you're getting, or just curious?
Yeah. So with with land, it's a little backwards. It's like reverse wholesaling. So we line up our buyers first. So I have developers that are looking for specific types of land. Um, so that's what we're aiming for. You know, we want lots that are zoned for manufactured homes because that's what our buyers are doing. They're doing the land home packages, and we have some others that'll do stick builds and stuff like that too. But we're looking for stuff like 1 acre and under infill lots, with power and access and utilities available. So our buyers already know their price point. I know what they'll pay for stuff, and so we know what we need to lock up the deals at, and we know how much we get paid if we where we lock it up at, and then so our goal is to eventually be doing that. Right now, we're just raising capital to be able to do the land and home packages. Along with the wholesaling will be kind of like the backbone of things, but we would like to be able to do these packages as well and get into the affordable housing area. And then eventually grow from there and do parks and just be able to rent land and do RV parks and mobile parks and stuff like that. And that way we could get that passive income coming in.
Gotcha. No, I like it. That's good. Yeah, I did my first deal. My first deal was it was a double wide. It's a manufactured home. Um, it kind of fell on my lap, so I had a finder that connected me to the deal. It was a $35,000 manufactured home. Um,
Okay.
it was my first deal, and I did it because I just wanted to get my feet wet, and I partnered up with the deal. Basically essentially you're buying a car, right?
Mm-hmm.
MBD transaction.
Yep.
But um, it was a good experience because as I'm going, we're gonna squeeze the shit out of this deal by doing seller finance on it and just carry the
Mm-hmm.
notes. So we're gonna make good returns on it. It's interesting because the park, it's what sold me, right? Because I was looking at an investor perspective, and the reason why this manufactured home sold me was because where it was at. So it's in Buckeye City, and this particular park is called Buena Vista. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Um, their landscaping of the park was very intriguing. It was very catchy, and
Yeah.
that's what sold me on it because I was like, dude, like the area was at, everything's like around that area, the banks, the grocery store. It was positioned in a very good area for
Yeah.
us to make that decision. We don't own the land; we just own the trailer, but it still gave me a really good idea, like in regards to like if I ever were to do a like a park like that, like I have an idea like how I wanted to structure
Yeah.
it or how I envisioned it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's interesting. That's cool. Yeah. If
Yeah.
you ever
Definitely.
if you ever need partners and you really got a good deal, like it's really really good, and you feel like, dude, like this is where it's at. Like this is a longevity investment. Like let me know, bro. Like I'm willing to like right now. I'm building my Roth IRA portfolio. I'm creating my LLC, my Roth portfolio, and I'm gonna move a couple investments into the LLC Roth to be able to have that cash available. So even if you come up with a residential deal that you feel like, hey, this is a good one. I'm literally today I'm gonna finalize all the documents to have some assets available. So like if you got a deal where you got to drop in $2,000 earnest or even a $10,000 earnest money to close the deal, and it's a good deal, like
Uh,
just shoot me. Can you hear me?
yeah.
You can just shoot me a message, and I'm happy to be part of that deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm happy to be JV on it. I won't have those funds available until Friday. Worst case scenario, Monday. But if I do, you like just look at me as an opportunity to like I said, like if you got a good deal, even with the land, like if it's a really really good deal, I'm willing to jump in and partner up as well, or even JV it if I have to.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. We actually. So I mentioned just the land, but that's kind of on our radar too. Is the manufactured homes. So if I run across a good deal on a manufactured home, we may buy it and flip it or do like that or wholesale it. But that's on our radar too. It's kind of a little bit out of the normal niche, you know what I mean, with the wholesaling. So definitely,
Or what we could do is if you get a good one, look one that you can feel like you can hold it for longevity,
hmm
and and maybe like maybe we could start, like maybe I'll focus on getting another two or three more that are in that price range, and then if we do come across the land, then we could just to get our feet wet. I don't mind partnering and like do 50-50, something where we do 50-50. Yeah, you're bringing in, I'm bringing in whatever X amount of manufactured homes. I'll bring in X amount of manufactured homes. We'll fill up the park, and try to find a decent, seasonable, like a reasonable sized lot where we can put these homes at. And you already got them, you already own them. I already got them, I already own them. It's just like being able to like kind of partner up and just get our feet wet. So that way, if
Yeah.
we ever branch off, we could do that. So you could always look at me at like that way as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, like I said, I got my first one. I'm super excited. Like I'm about to get it out. Like it was a hoarder one. I got it all
Yeah.
cleaned up. I just paid. I'm in it. I'm in it right now. So we did 35, 14. I think right now we're at 45. But really all we need to do now is clean it up, probably redeck the bottom and put the flooring. Say after everything will be in it like 55, 56, maybe 57, but the comps around it are on the high end is on 135 for that year to 2000, but for the low end, it's say the low, it's like 110, 105. But you know what I mean? That's a 50% margin. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna sell or finance it. So
Yeah.
that way we can make more equity off it,
Yeah,
or
definitely.
we could, yeah, and then just get that down payment, and then get that 10 to 12% interest to then set up for an amortized balloon payment after the fact. That if they don't buy it from me or whatever, then I'll just end up renting it to somebody else if they don't end up keeping it after the
Yeah.
2 years or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're actually gonna go for our we've been studying for it, but we're getting our dealer license. So I don't know if you know, like cars, mobile homes are like cars, and technically, from the laws I've read, you're not even supposed to sell one without a license. But they usually let you get away with two, maybe three. I think cars you could do like six a year, but they're a little different on the manufactured homes and mobile homes. But we're gonna
Oh,
actually get our dealer license so we won't get hung up on that. And then right now I'm partnered with a couple guys that have their dealer license, so we do have access to wholesale prices on the manufactured homes, but not as good as if I have my dealer license. You know what I mean?
that's awesome. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's good to know because I didn't even think of that. To be honest with you, that didn't even cross my mind because, like I said, it was just to get my feet wet. It was really just to get that little fear out the way to be like, okay, you can do this, you'll be
Hmm.
fine. You know what I mean? So I did that. But again, I'm only been in the industry for gonna be 2 months. But like the goal is we're gonna utilize the company that we have now to use that residual income to just reinvest it back into our Roth business account to then be able to build our portfolio that way, so that way we can be tax free. Um,
Nice.
but but again, you know what I mean. From my goal is from now until Monday is to raise as much capital as possible. It can go anywhere from the low end 10,000 to like 100,000. So if I can raise that capital by then, just know that as soon as I give you the green light, like let's go. Like if you got any JV deals, like let's
Okay.
and their number right and everything, let's fucking go to work.
Oh yeah, man. I'm down.
Well, that's
Cool
the
beans.
that's the reason why we've got the Land Shark Mastermind, is because members can get together like this and get deals done. For the cost of a membership to our mastermind, you're able to accomplish so much more working in a network of vetted people that can actually make deals happen. So, Sergio, being in this for about, he's been talking to people for over a year. He's been working with a lot of professionals in the real estate world and getting a lot of information and knowledge. And that's evident by the fact that he's being very structured and detailed about the first time he took a property down. So I want to
Absolutely.
congratulate him on getting that property taken down. And if you can unicorn that thing, which means double your money first time
Yes.
out, then
Yes.
awesome. That's great. And so continuing to work from that standpoint is always a good thing. So I want to just tell you or share a little story with you about why we got Deal Hunter by Land Shark going. is because when we get deals like you get, you've been sending me deals every day now, and I'm reviewing them and stuff like that. And my deal hunter, the deal hunter that I use, and you can customize deal hunter to be whatever you want it to be. The one that I use looks at deals that are 40 to 60% ROI. That's like the
80
baseline,
60%.
right? And so when you got a
Yes.
baseline of 40% ROI, it eliminates a lot of bullshit, because then you're like, well, I'm not looking, bring me back some cash. I need to find stuff that's going to make me money. Sharks, and that's why I kind of called it Land Shark, was because when it comes to doing dirt, and you were asking about how to get from the residential over to the land. Be the mobile home park. Don't be the mobile home dealer, right?
Like
And
it.
not
I
against
like
what
it.
Cory's doing at all. No, because again, mobile home parks need to have their mobile home park dealer license too, because they sell a shit ton of mobile homes, right?
Right.
So being the owner of the land, you rent the dirt to the people that own
Yeah.
the homes, right? Like you own that house, but you don't own the dirt, and that's why you're able to sell it for that affordable price of 110,000, or if you own or finance it at 135 for this and that. That makes sense. And I want you to meet up. I think you met Alden out there at Win Mobile, Win Money. I don't know what it's called. Win Mobile Money, Win Money Mobile. I don't know. He's a hell of a note maker. That's what he does. That's his
Mm-hmm.
specialty. So, getting to know that guy and building your network with that guy, he's got people that buy those notes after you create them. So,
Yep.
and here's the cool part. Ready? When you learn that when you learn the rules to playing the game like that, what you can do is scale it. And if you understand the term scaling, you'll know what I'm saying is you're going to go from little to big. And here's the funny part for you, my brother. I don't think you drove around in a little tow mate or tow truck before you started transporting cars, did you?
Nah. What do you mean? Oh yeah, yes, I did.
Oh, you used to drive a little tow truck and then you went to the big truck?
Yeah, I went from I had a dually, that shouldn't be. I was illegal, according to the weight capacity. I had a 52 footer.
Allegedly, bro, this is a recorded conversation, so we're gonna just say you were allegedly illegal in a
Yeah.
dually carrying around. But you
Nah,
didn't you didn't carry around one little car. You carried around a 3-car hauler, right?
yeah, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir,
So if you were driving a 3-car hauler allegedly illegal, you
yes
didn't
sir.
start out with a tow mate or tow truck picking up cars
No,
on the side of the
no
road that were
sir,
parked illegally.
no sir,
You
no sir,
you were a car hauler,
yes
and
sir,
you grew to the point you got 5 of these transport trucks that are badass and look beautiful. And again, this is how you did your business. You're going to do that in real estate. Same rules apply.
yes sir, yes sir,
And
yes
so
sir,
when you get through this deal, you'll understand that what you're doing is creating a special vehicle. You're creating a special purpose vehicle. You're
yes
you're
sir,
selling somebody a note, and that note is now valuable, not the property. And you sell the note to somebody to get your money out of it, and you go do
yes sir,
another deal, right? You go
yes
do
sir,
another deal with your profit. Now, here's how you switch from residential to land. Instead of investing that money back into another deal like that, invest your profit into a bigger deal syndication. Okay, a group of rich guys are to get things done, because it's your money, kid. You sit down at the table and they deal you a blackjack. You get your chip plus another chip and a half. You put your chip
right,
back in your pocket and you put another chip back in the other pocket, and you sit there and play with the house's money the rest of the time. I understand how the game is played, and so
right,
when you do that, you're just playing a game you already know, and you're just putting same rules apply, and you're hoping to stack your deck. But a lot of guys will pick up that play money and go move to a different game and a different table with better odds. And they'll go play blackjack because now they just got to read the table, not the dealer's deck.
hundred
So
percent.
a lot of blackjack play, or a lot of Texas Hold'em players will go make money off of blackjack to go play Texas Hold'em. That's why they call it a chip and a chair. So it's a lot easier to play with other people than it is to play by yourself and just have the deck stacked against you. So that's the analogy anyway that I like to convince myself I don't need to be greedy. I can work with other people. And so when you're playing blackjack, sometimes they say you're working against a dealer, but yeah, only if you're playing with other people. So
100%. No, I
um,
appreciate that.
you know what I mean? So in this deal here, to get over to land like Cory's doing, Cory's got three basic assets. He's got the resources. First of all, he's got money, access to money, and people that want to put money on these things. The next thing he's got is he's got software. He's got IT, right? His
Yes.
program there would go high level and his lead sourcing and all those things. And then he's also got a product. He's got a house that he can put on the property. He's got people that will support that and get him where he needs to be with that. So it's important to remember that if you ain't got it, don't wait till you get it. You can go find somebody else who's got it and say, hey, you want to jump in on this? This is the point to a joint venture. So
Yes, sir.
what I'm going to do is I'm glad this kind of came up because we've got some documents that I want to share with everybody. About 6 years ago, I joined a mentorship program by a guy by the name of Sohail Khan. Okay, and Sohail Khan is the joint venture. It was the joint venture mastermind because I understood how joint ventures are beneficial, and so I went and joined the Sohail mastermind called the Joint Venture Mastermind, and he gave me a bunch of documents that were helpful in him becoming a billionaire by doing joint ventures with people. Just plugging two people together or being the resource that other people needed to get their project done, etc. And so I want to share those documents because when I paid $100,000 to be in his program, he said that I could use all that stuff for free. So, and when you get when I send it out to you, if you use it, it will it dramatically improve my situation. It got me to where I've got two masterminds, several real estate businesses, like program. I think it worked out pretty good. It was called Billionaire Behaviors. And so the worksheets that he provides me are billionaire behavior worksheets. And so everything from a to-do list during the day to a joint venture template when you're wanting to put together joint ventures with people. I think I said this yesterday in the show. Documents and contracts and stuff are like love letters to a girlfriend when you first start dating. So if you're not writing love letters and sweet nothings to your lady or your boyfriend in the beginning of a relationship, they don't really know how to build that bond and that connection with you. And the same holds true for people in business, real estate, investing, etc. When you're building a bond with people, you build that through a contract. And so I've been doing contracts for over 40 years, and they benefit me because they become valuable. When you create that contract with this client who's going to do owner financing on your mobile home, that contract becomes valuable the minute it's executed and performing. It even as a non-performing note, it carries value. You can sell it as a non-performing note, maybe not get as much back as you would like, but you're going to still get some money for it. And so that's the power of paper and ink is that you can make money from it. So um, going over from residential to commercial or industrial or land or whatever, it's just scaling out of what you're doing now using the same rules apply, going from a 3 hauler to a 10 hauler. Just it's a different vehicle, and the goal is still the same: move the cars,
Yeah,
make the
Tommy.
money.
Yeah, and another thing to touch on is just because I've been pivoted to land don't mean that someday I won't do residential again. It's just there comes a time and place where you have to pivot to survive, you know? So if you're
Yep.
not making it here, move over here and see what happens, you know? It might not work
Switch
out.
your bait.
It might not work out, but you have a better chance if it does, if it, you know what I'm saying?
I like that. That my dad would call it switch up your bait. You know, if
Hmm.
if somebody around you is catching fish, figure out what they're using so you can start catching fish too. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Just don't throw your bait in their fishing hole. You might get a punch in the nose. So,
Yeah.
uh,
Cory, can you, with your CRM in your system, can you find properties or deals around that were bought anywhere from the year 2015 to 2020 with that low interest that people bought that are either wanting to sell or going to foreclosure? Do you have the capability to do that?
Yeah. I can't exactly filter that down, but I can filter the equity and everything, and it'll tell me when I pull up a property what their interest rate is and how much they owe on the property, things like that.
The reason why I ask is I just had a deal that I'm not sure if it's going to go through or not because I'm waiting for the wholesaler to give me the exact payoff. He's having a hard time dealing with the owner of the property because obviously the guy isn't responsible. But the problem is that like the good thing is that I'm starting to get a better understanding of how I can make money off those type of deals. And I got reassurance this morning from the other networking program that I have, which is Aspire, on how to make money off those deals. And those deals, you can carry them yourself and make anywhere from $75,000 on the front end, and then if not more in the back end. So if you have the capability to find those kind of customers or those kind of deals, like dude, send them my way because I'm even willing to like if I have to and it's a really really good deal, I'm willing to sign off on it um, to make sure that we save the deal because this particular one that I found, just to give you an idea, it was a $303,000 um, um, $303,000 ARV with a $27,000 arrears, and then it was a $40,000 assignment fee. But the $40,000 assignment fee was from the wholesaler, but then we're gonna split that. But I'm not really too worried about that because that's the way that he wants to structure it. I wanted to keep it for myself because I went and touched the property, and the property is actually a really nice property. It has and it also has a 2.378 interest. So we were able to structure it to find out what the note that it has now, which is $1,600, to be able to know how to structure that deal to make $75,000 on the front end. So long story short, if you got any of those type of deals, bro, like the reason why I like those is because I've been studying the market a little bit and I've been understanding of what, like I'm trying to find out how we could beat these wholesalers, right? Like
Hmm.
who we could, how we can get to the deal quicker than a lot of people because they don't understand what the market or the economy is doing. Now the high level skilled guys, they're gonna know because they've been in business longer than we have, but there's not that many out there. For example, this particular deal, like the guy was in foreclosure. Now, I believe that the market is going to shift into that, and that foreclosure list is going to get even bigger. Why? Because the Arizona State foreclosure forms for auctioneer or for auctions have gotten up for the past month.
Yeah,
So
they
that's a
have.
sign. That's a sign that is good and bad, right? Good for people like us, but if it's a good deal. Now,
Yeah.
if bad for the economy because okay, we can put all our money wherever we want. It doesn't fucking matter if the economy is going down. It's gonna go down. It doesn't matter. Your whatever money you buy that for, what that number is might not be the same number in the next 2 or 3 4 months. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So you're gonna lose your fucking ass off. So I understand that, but then when you find a property like the one that I found that one on Greenway and off the 303, where it's a perfect Airbnb slash long term rental slash you fucking hit me at the market and it drops down to $100 a square foot. I'm not gonna lose regardless because the note is so small and that payment is so small that's gonna put me in a really good position to make money in the longevity. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So
and that's
if you
that is a good example of a sub two takedown. And again, for people that have a lot of time to be able to spend on those kinds of deals, figuring out how to make hard spaghetti taste good. Like I give credit to people that can do that and have the time and the patience to do that. But that's why I created Deal Hunter because if it doesn't make more than 20%, I don't even look at it anymore. I throw it away. Um, because
oh
the
yeah.
market for sub two market like is so saturated. Pace Morby made the damn market ridiculous. If you go to Deal Hunter and say, run this deal like Pace Morby, it'll run the deal like Pace Morby. It'll show you how to make the deal work on a Pace Morby scale. Okay. And that's what Pace Morby does really good is he turns junk into like, a viable product. And that nothing wrong with that. But again, what is your return? Because if it's only like 7, 8, 9%, I can go get that driving a tractor. Like I can go make that same amount of money driving a demolition bulldozer to do my work on a demo job. So if I want to make more money than I make doing my regular job, I got to do deals that are different than what everybody else is doing.
Right.
And so like something that I have to finesse, again, like if you're creating a note, that's great as long as you have somebody ready to buy that note when you create it, because otherwise you might have a negative cash flowing property, not immediately, but over long term, you know. So having your exit established beforehand is very important. Um, so, but a plan A, a plan B, a plan C can be, Deal Hunter will show you that stuff. You can pull it from there. The other thing is like to do deal sourcing to find that kind of stuff. You were talking about the auction market. Deal Hunter will go and do the auctions and scour the auction calls for you. You can actually go and tell it to look up the list pendus. List pendus is actually before foreclosure. You can go get a list pendus list and go out and start farming those people and say, hey, I see that they filed foreclosure type paperwork. Is there a way we can help you out?
I can pull
And
all
so,
those, Tommy. I can pull all the pre-foreclosures
right,
and pull a list of them. And once we run them through, then we could find the ones that have. So this is how we do it. So we know interest rates were really low, like in 2021, 2020, that era. So even probably 2022, before they started going back up crazy like they are now. So we'll pull the list of pre-foreclosures that haven't gone to auction yet, but they've been receiving notices for months on end now. So we know time's running out for them, but we still have time to go in and work a deal with them. But we know already going in, just because of the time era, that they got low interest rate.
right. And again, and then also to your point, Sergio, like, what do you expect will happen if the Fed drops the rate for the next three quarters?
That's what I'm saying. The property, if it's going to give me a depreciation, I'm okay because it's going to offset my assets from other business. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with holding a property and have depreciation for the next 2, 3 for the next year. A
Right,
recession usually holds a year. It's never the recession is never usually your recession is usually a year. It's a 12 term recession. So if the equity on the house drops, no problem. I can sit on it. I'm okay with that as long as
right.
the note it's not high and I know what I can handle. If I know I can handle a note of $1,600 on a $3,000
Well,
home,
well, because
then I can,
you're buying it with 50%. You're buying it with 50% value add. Like you're going to be able to add, if you're buying it at 60, selling it at 120, you're doubling your money, right?
yeah,
So you got room. It's called fluctuating your margin. So you're able to fluctuate your margin instead of taking 100%, you can take 70, you can take 60 and still be making money,
right,
right?
right.
So, with that being said, you're able to do things different on this deal than most people in what you're doing. Like in the fix and flip world, you're actually doing a buy and hold just with creative financing on the backside because right now that market doesn't have a lot of lenders to it. So
Yeah,
you're able to do a creative financing deal for somebody right there without involving a bank because you already have good terms.
correct, correct.
So these are the unique parts to your deal that make it to where you can do your kind of deal like this on a regular basis, and it's not going to be a an issue for you to do a deal like this, um, as long as you have money in the back end of the deal where somebody's supporting you. And what you're doing
Yeah.
is, have you ever heard of a DSCR?
Yes, I've heard of it, but I don't have it. Or I mean,
So
haven't done it.
you should be trying to make sure that your deal, even though you're not getting a DSCR loan, you should still use the uh, equation of that to understand
Yeah,
if your deal is going to make you money or not. Because if
got you.
it will show you like, hey, you know, you're gonna lose money here if it goes under 1.0. Under 1.0, you're going to lose money.
And hey, Sergio, so
Yes.
we could do creative finance with land too. So
Yeah.
we could get land at a good price and sell it at a good price under terms and have that land cash flow, just like you can a property without having to do anything to the land.
I
Right. We
love it.
don't
I
even have
love it.
the fix and flip we do with land is actually doing entitlements, doing permits, getting access, getting utilities out there, like calling APS and getting you APS to come out there and show you where the electric's going to go. Literally
Yeah,
cost will literally cost you nothing. It doesn't cost you anything, but what it does is it adds about $10,000 to the price of your dirt. So
I love it. I love it.
something you do for nothing, time, right? The thing that you're spending a lot of looking at this little itty bitty thing, um, is now worth $10,000. I don't know what you're looking to take away from this deal when you close on it, but by making a phone call and meeting the guy at the property, or sending someone to meet him at the property gives you $10,000.
I love it. I love it.
You know,
No, good stuff. No, I appreciate that. That's I definitely want to look at it that way too, because there's so much opportunity out there with the land, it just finding that right deal. That's all it is. No, so yeah, I like it. I like it, and I think I'm most certain that I'm going to transition into that as soon as that opportunity comes. So if you guys got any of that stuff too, that you willing to do
oh, we
JV
do.
deal on it,
We've got it. I'll tell you right now, we got $1.6 billion worth of it. So if you've got people that want to put their money into land, we've got everything that from 12-month to 36-month in performing properties that start paying within the first quarter. So um, I've got that. I don't know. I know Roman's got it for sure. Uh, and I know Cory might have some deals coming soon. He's definitely got the house thing on lockdown, so we're hoping to get some land home packages going for him because we've got like 20 lots out in Tonopah. So
well, that's awesome. No, that's good stuff. Yeah, if you guys want to present any of that stuff to me to see if how I can help be part of that deal and be an asset to that deal, then let me know. I'm into it.
well, we're going to be pitching them every day in this room, brother. Keep showing up, and
Yes,
you'll
sir.
find out a lot.
Yes,
Find out
sir.
a lot doing those. So. And then if you want to get on a call too, we can always jump on a Zoom call, just like bringing Chris to the table the last couple times. That was perfect. So whatever we can do. I do want to talk to you about the business deal. I don't know if you guys heard that call in the beginning of the show, but looks like we're going to get approved for the large part of our acquisition of that company out there. So um, we're going to be looking for partners and investors in the expansion part of that because we're only going to be able to get money for the acquisition, but we'll be able to, we're looking to get probably like $4 million for expansion. So, and by expansion, I mean we're going to buy other pieces of property and open up satellite divisions of the one that's here in the valley because we want to take over 4 states and become a franchise. So a lot of expansion with that deal. It'll be $10 million to start. We raised $7 million this morning, and we're looking to grow it out to a $50 million company over the next 5 years.
Love it, love it. No, I'd love to hear about more of it, details on it. That's awesome.
Yeah. So as soon as we get this locked down, our next step is to get an LOI to the owner of the company and get a LOI from our investor, um, and and our lending partner, and we're going to go put that deal together and hand it over to the seller, and say, let's do some business. So by the end of the week, maybe we'll have a $10 million deal on the table.
That's awesome.
But
Exciting stuff.
it is, man. We're
Yeah,
super
definitely.
excited. I'm sorry I didn't get to run a deal on the computer or do any deal hunter stuff.
Oh no, this is
Like I
this is
said,
good.
I
This
had
is
to
good stuff.
shoot out to the airport, pick up Lady Catherine, our sponsor with Catherine. I'm gonna do a little homage to her since we didn't talk anything about it. Have you guys gone to CatherineBell.ai yet and had a conversation with her?
Not yet. No, I'm working on that. I'll get there soon.
Take take the deal you talked about today, bro, and go over there because Catherine Bell started an equity fund while she was with her husband. Before he passed away, she started an equity fund, and it was for mobile home park. And so she was renting dirt to mobile home owners, people that own mobile homes, need a place to park their shit, and they park those in mobile home parks. She was owner of 3 or 4 mobile home parks, making money off of those when her husband died. It stabilized her family while they went through the loss of her husband. So she talks about that on some of her social media, and you can learn more about it there. But if you go to CatherineBell.ai, you can talk to her about mobile home parks and get her perspective on everything when it comes to that. The other thing is she's raising money. She's currently right now raising money for an oil and gas fund. It's $100 million oil and gas fund. The nice thing is like the minimum buy-in is 250,000, and you're like, well, I don't have that. So next subject, please.
That's awesome.
I thought it was 50,000, Tommy. You there?
I think you lost them.
I
I think
thought
we
the
lost them.
minimum. I thought the minimum buy-in was going to be 50,000. I could be. I could have heard wrong, but
Yeah, I'm not sure. I got to see about the deal. But Cory, I'm gonna jump off this deal because I have to jump on another one. But do you have
yep.
my number?
I. I'm not sure.
Here, you want to write down real quick? Just text me.
Yeah.
Send it in the chat, private chat to each other if you don't
Yeah.
mind,
Send
fellas.
it in the chat, and I'll just copy paste it, and I'll send you a text right now.
Okay,
There
let
you
me
go.
see.
Hang on, I lost the Zoom somehow.
There you go. But yeah, no, you were right, Cory. The minimum is 50,000 with Catherine Bell. So
Okay.
I'll get more information out about that real soon because she's starting to raise that probably I think beginning October 1st. It's going to be the fund's only going to be open for about 30 days. So
Okay. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get in on it, but it's
well,
very intriguing.
we're also open to if you have people that you do know that would let them know. We'll take care of you.
Yeah, definitely.
So we can do that too because it's actually Catherine's fund. I'm a fiduciary and I'm all about taking care of my friends and family. So those are following the rules right there.
Heck yeah. Well, all right, guys.
Awesome, awesome stuff. Good stuff. Thank you, Cory. Let me know if you got anything, Cory and Tommy. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
All right, guys.
I'll send you my number right now when we get off here.
I
You guys
appreciate it,
have a
guys.
wonderful day, okay?
Thank you,
Yeah, you
bro. We'll
too.
see you tomorrow.
All right, guys. See
All
you
right.
guys tomorrow. Bye bye.
All right.